Yeah. Yes. Wow. Bocelli. It's a Bocelli Tuesday. Nothing wrong with a little Bocelli to get us started here in the afternoon. Welcome back, Clemaniac. Yes. All hail the king. Yes. Although my crown could use a little repair. Throne here, throne goodbye. Throne appear, throne disappear. The magic of the green screen. Thomas checking into Clemville already. Everybody, all hail Thomas. Yay. Checking in via Facebook. We have multiple ways to enter into Clemville, just never through the rear door. All right. So it's a beautiful Tuesday. Once again, the weather is outstanding, but where is the water? I was just notified by my landscaper that not only my $900 tree, but several others that were just planted not too long ago. I didn't know it was so hot. It was Sahara Desert hot last week while we were in the Caribbean cruising. Oh, God, cruising. I miss it. Anyway, that was yesterday's talk. The trees may not make it through. They're in serious critical condition. Oh, my God. I got to water them. Like no tomorrow. Oh my God. 3 trees. Oh my God. Oh my God. We need the rain. Where's the rain? I want to hear, here comes the rain again. Yeah, I got 3 trees in bad shape. But listen, if that's the worst of my problems, then it's all right. Later on in the show, I'm going to have some stories that'll make you realize just how quick life can change, but we'll get to that later. Right now, we're doing the Clemonologue. Welcome back, everybody. My name is Pete Clemente, known as Pete Clem here in Clemville. I am the king. I am the almighty ruler who waves not an evil stick, but 2 bells for constant joy. That's right. The radio therapy that you get brought to you via radio, WRCR AM 1700 on the dial, WRCR.com on the internet computer, smart speakers everywhere, WRCR, YouTube Live, Facebook Live. However you tune in, you're going to get that therapy that we need throughout the day. You know, people get a little sluggish in the afternoon. They start to feel a little down, a little tired. The energy's fading quick. Yeah, you could go take a Red Bull, cup of coffee, but if you really want the true picker, it's like Bounty. I'm Bounty. I'm the quicker picker-upper. I'm actually better than Bounty. I'm the quickest picker-upper. They're the quicker picker-upper. I am the quickest picker-upper here in the afternoon. I will get you feeling good, looking at life in a totally different way. As the infamous Lou Young, I would call him the great, but I'll go with infamous. The infamous Lou Young would say, it's a steady stream of consciousness here in the afternoons. And I thank you all for tuning in. Today is a special day, before I forget, because there's a good chance that I will. So while I remember it, I will elaborate a little bit on the beauty of love. And today, the beauty of love is displayed by our very own Bryan Avenue Bob Trevero, a host of the Doo-Wop Dream Machine, who 65 years ago to this day won what may be one of the biggest lotto prizes known to mankind, the lovely Annette. Now, I'm looking at the picture he posted, and I'm at a loss. I'm never at a loss for words, but I'm at a loss for words. The only thing I can think of is when I look at this picture is how. Like I want to put on a big Indian crossbow and just say how. I don't know. I'm at a total forget the loss of words. Let's get to what's really important. 65 years together. The Clemonologue today dedicated to the love, the bond, the relationship that has endured 6 decades, 6.5 decades with one person. That is a testament to love, because it's not easy. 6.5 decades. Imagine that. But I give a royal shout out to Bryan Avenue Bob, his wife, the lovely Annette, who maybe one day we can interview her and she'll be able to answer one of the questions that make us ponder. Make us, some of us, we just stop in our tracks and we wonder, how did he get the lovely Annette? But that is for another time. Right now, we celebrate the love. And I wish for another, how many years? I mean, Bryan Avenue Bob's in his 80s, another 20 years together. I mean, I'm sure they'll take whatever they can get. But, life is lived longer now, especially to someone who has as much fun as Bryan Avenue Bob. The guy's reliving his youth with the doo-wop Dream Machine. Here, heard, I'm choking. Heard every Friday here on WRCR from 5 to 7. Those are the summer hours. So 65-year shout out to the couple of the hour, Bryan Avenue Bob and lovely Annette. All the love to you two. All the memories you have made. The offspring that continue to offspring, your beautiful grandkids. And it's just a lovely life that you guys have not only made for yourself, but for others, and continue to do so. So, again, all hail the great Bryan Avenue Bob and lovely Annette 65-year anniversary today. Part of the Clemonologue. Big shout out, yes. And if you haven't heard the Doo-Wop Dream Machine, where the hell you been for the last 9 years? Honestly. Guys got almost 1,000 shows. I know some of you just come to Clemville. People tell me that. They just come to Clemville. It's all right. If you can't fit anything else in, at least you get to Clemville. That's okay. But it's worth the trip down Doo-Wop Lane. Not only will he play great music that may or may not be from your time, but it don't matter because doo-wop's just great music. Everybody loves it. Tell some funny stories. I'll give him that. He's a little funny. I mean, I can't see him winning over the lovely Annette with his humor. He's not that funny. I mean, he's more corny. Maybe she was sympathetic. I mean, maybe she's a kind-hearted girl. Felt bad, and I mean, she was like, you know what? I'll do a good deed. I'll marry this guy. I feel bad for him. Probably the case. But anyway, big shout out to the lovebirds over there. Kevin, how are you feeling today? Another great edition of The Good with Kevin Thomas. Little love to God, always a good thing.
Always a good thing. I'm feeling good. I've got my mom in town, and we're trying to spend as much time as we can together. And, it feels good to have family nearby, so definitely happy. I got some good news for you, by the way. Cobra Kai returning with season 5 on September 9th.
Wow. All hail the return of Cobra Kai. I'm Miyagi-Do. Right now I'm Miyagi-Do. I don't know. I mean, I'm Miyagi-Do. I wax on and I wax off. I'm glad to hear your mom is up. Spend as much time as you can because, again, later on I will have stories that let us know, that will remind us how quickly life can pass us by. How our loved ones can just be here one moment and gone the next. So spend that time with your mom. Tell her we said hi, all the love, and hopefully you get to spend some quality time with her before she goes back. All right, so Kevin, the host of The Good, you hear him from 2 to 3. He is a staple of the station. He does so many things behind the scenes. He hosts his show, but also Board Ops, plenty of other shows. He'll fill in when someone's on vacation. Obviously, when Jeff was down with kidneyitis or whatever he had, Kevin stepped into the morning role some days. So Kevin is multi-talented, ambidextrous, and does a lot for WRCR. And you can catch his show from 2 to 3. Again, if you're just popping into Clemville every day, I want you to be aware of everything else going on. The station, WRCR, the world-renowned Clem Radio Network, obviously has a lot of other programming besides the Clem and the PM, where you get your radiotherapy. Tomorrow, Kevin spoke about on his show, because I listen, I'm in my studio preparing. Kevin spoke about Roxanne. Roxanne is doing great things. When you do great things for people, it can only come back to you. I believe Roxanne will be blessed tenfold. She talks about how she's poor, but I believe she's rich in love and rich in spreading life. So she is a blessed lady, and those around her, her circle, are blessed people. She's doing fantastic things for organ donation. If, in fact, you are not an organ donor, I suggest you tune into one of her shows. They're every Wednesday, about 9:15 to 10 o'clock, right after cuts into the morning show, one of those programs that gets a little bit sliced into that big listening audience that they have in the morning. Nothing like here in Clemville, though. So the morning show tomorrow gets preempted, 9 o'clock, top of the hour news, blah, 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 this and that. Roxanne comes on, and she has guests on that talk about their experience, trials, tribulations, ups, downs with organ donation, whether they were the recipient, someone in their family died and was the giver. Always compassionate, compelling stories that just touch the heart. And it'll make you look at organ donation in a different way if you aren't already an organ donor. I myself am an organ donor. I requested that 2 organs weren't used, the lower organ and the one in between my skull, the brain. I requested that those aren't shared with anyone else. Nobody wants to be stricken with those 2 defects. So anything, I believe you could save quite a bit of lives. Well, like one person... I'm not sure, you have to talk to the expert, Roxanne, but it goes a long way. It's not just your organs, your skin. There's so much stuff that can be passed on. You're not here. You don't need it. All your soul goes to heaven, hopefully. I mean, you wouldn't want to go to hell. Ah! 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 For those of you on YouTube and Facebook, you missed it. I went to hell really quick just to give it that effect. And you see how, look at those skulls burning. I don't want to, listen, it's hot in there. Even for a split second, it's too hot for me. Heaven, here I come. We got a great show planned. I got some stuff. 845-429-1700. If you want to give us a call anytime throughout the show, 845-429-1700, except during the Clem monologue, which, by the way, is almost over. Brought to you by...
Shut out last year due to lack of inventory? West Rock has spas and above-ground pools for immediate delivery. Don't get shut out again. Trucks are rolling in with your spa and above-ground pools, so you can enjoy an at-home backyard vacation. Hot tubs are wonderful for stress relief, aches and pains, and relaxation. Every home should have one. West Rock Pool and Spa has them in stock now. WestRockPools.com.
845-623-3844. Give them a call. Tell them Clem sent you. Quick break. We'll be right back. Woo!
If you or a loved one has a disability or chronic illness that requires care at home, Bridges can help. A consumer-directed home care program allows a friend or a relative to provide the care you need. Bridges is dedicated to building and empowering people to be in charge of their own personal care and their lives. For more information, visit www.bridgesrc.org or call 845-624-1366.
Looking for a job that pays well with flexible hours? We have immediate openings for experienced school bus drivers in Rockland County. We also train new drivers. Want to learn more? Call Chestnut Ridge today at 845-356-2200 or visit chestnutridgetransportation.com. Ask about our special sign-on bonus. Starting salaries of more than $20 an hour and 401k plans with matching funds. That's 845-356-2200. Retirees are always welcome.
Running out of faith? Then stop by for a service. Don't forget to tune in to Faith Unscripted, a brand new show dealing with the big questions about God, faith, and you. Hosted by Clarkstown Reformed Church's own Pastor Rich. Every Tuesday at 10 a.m. only on WRCR, AM 1700.
Hi, I'm Roxanne Watson, inviting you to join us every Wednesday morning at 9:15 a.m. for Michael's Gifts, a weekly program that focuses on organ donation and patient advocacy. I will be taking your calls and share real-life stories. This show is dedicated in honor of my donor, Michael Boville, United States Coast Guard, and his amazing family. That's Michael's Gifts every Wednesday at 9:15 a.m. Michael's Gifts is sponsored by Live On New York.
Roxanne Watson is on a mission to have more people sign up as organ, eye, and tissue donors.
Are you an organ donor?
What drives her? Roxanne received a heart transplant made possible by an organ donor.
I decided that day to devote myself to signing up the most people in the United States.
Now she's a powerful force for good.
That's my goal.
What could you make possible as an organ, eye, and tissue donor? Leave behind the gift of life. Go to organdonor.gov. U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Health Resources and Services Administration.
We're back.
Wow, I love the Thompson twins. Doctor, getting us started. Before I get to my doctor stories, because that's the perfect segue. Perfect segue for me to doctor in with 2 doctor stories. Doctor. You see, I connect things. When I was little, I was connecting the dots. My teacher in first grade told me, Pete, you're so good at connecting the dots. 50 years later, look at me, I'm still connecting the dots. It's unbelievable. All hail. The king connects. All right, let's go to Julie with her joke to get us started here on Taco Tuesday. Julie, how are you?
Okay, well, I'm good, and welcome back. It's nice to hear you all afternoon. Do you know that it is National Tell-a-Joke Day?
I did not. If I knew that, I would have done a joke contest, a joke off. But we'll save that for next year. I'll be more prepared next time. All right. So listen, you have a joke for us on National Tell-a-Joke Day. I'm ready.
Okay, so what did Obi-Wan Kenobi say to the cowboy?
What did Obi-Wan Kenobi say to the cowboy? I don't know. What did Obi-Wan Kenobi say to the cowboy?
May the horse be with you.
May the horse be with you. Oh, Wilbur loves that. Wilbur, that was funny. I thought that was good. May the horse be with you. That was a good one. Now, let me ask you something. Did you make that up yourself? Like, are you the creator of that joke or secondhand joke?
I totally admit that Alexa gave it to me.
Nonetheless, the way you tell it is much better than Alexa ever could. So I that was a great joke. I thank you. National Tell-a-Joke Day. You couldn't have done a better job.
Thank you. Welcome home.
Thank you, Julie. Have a great day, babe.
You too. Bye-bye.
May the horse be with you. No, Wilbur, I'm not giving you away. Me and you, Wilbur, together forever. Together forever. I'm already missing dinner with my crew. I was sitting in the kitchen eating cold lasagna by myself last night. Just sitting there. Lost soul in the kitchen. Cold lasagna. Nothing. No love. No family talking to me. Nothing. I got to get back on a cruise, but that was yesterday's talk. Anyway, we're talking about doctors. Now, I've been going to a chiropractor since I'm probably 15, 16 years old. I've been seeing a chiropractor. Different chiropractors. Dr. Roger Russo. Dr. Jay Schwartz. Dr. Roger Russo. God rest his son's soul, Mike. Tough loss. I mean, the list goes on. I've seen so many of them. Jay Schwartz. Who else? I mean, there's so many. I've seen so many chiropractors. And they've done good by me, a lot of them. But sometimes they get a little kooky. You know what I'm saying? Now, this chiropractor here, out in Long Island, Peter Adamczak, 65 years old, pleaded guilty to healthcare fraud on Monday. He built over $100 million in fraudulent acupuncture claims to a private insurance company, and he's not licensed to perform acupuncture. All right, so he's going to be facing some hefty stuff. But, you know, I don't mind. I mean, I do mind a guy, you know, bilking the insurance company because we end up paying for it. But to me, I'd rather see a chiropractor like commit this type of fraud opposed to like when you go there, like they're like, all right, fill out the form. What problems you have? I have ulceritis. I have a hemorrhoid. I have a toe jam. I broke my leg and it doesn't feel good 8 years later. And you go in there, guy's like, all right, I see you got a hemorrhoid. You got scoliosis. You got polio. You got kidney disease. All right, the adjustments, you'll be feeling better in 2 months. Let me give you some adjustments. They're going to put hair back. I remember that one chiropractor said, all you need is a couple adjustments. I can grow your hair back on your head. You know, I mean, that's what gets me. Is sometimes they get a little bit outside of their realm. So this chiropractor, who, again, you know, you play with the tax man, you know, there may be consequences, obviously. You know, I mean, this is just flat out fraudulent. And again, so like I said, one chiropractor I went, he's like, your leg is 4 inches shorter than the other. I can understand that, you know, adjustments. You know, he said, we'll adjust you, we'll loosen up, we'll stretch you out, this and that. Okay. But, sometimes you're like, listen, I got 20/50 vision. Oh, here, let me adjust you. You'll be seeing 20/20 by the end of the appointment. That's a little hokey. I like chiropractic care. As long as they stay within their realm. Within their realm, their confines, then I'm fine with it. So that was our first doctor story. Nothing really major. All I was saying is that the biggest fraud is chiropractors jumping outside of their spectrum. Now, this doctor, we're going to go from chiropractor, which, by the way, some people call that a fake doctor. Like when a chiropractor is like, he's got on his license plate MD and he introduces himself. Usually the guys that introduce themselves are gals that, hi, I'm Dr. Ronnie Butzer. And it's like, well, what kind of doctor? I'm a chiropractor. Usually you don't get a neurologist saying, hey, I'm Dr. Joe and Schmo. Yeah, I mean, that's just my experience. Usually the chiropractor trying to boast that, hey, I'm a doctor. I really didn't do everything that they needed to do. And I'm not beating down the chiropractor. I love chiropractors. I'm just saying there is a little bit of a difference. Although I'm all for what chiropractors do. They adjust the nerve, the spine, release the nerve flow, blood here, all feeling good. A former Manhattan neurologist, 68-year-old Riccardo Cruciani. This is how evil people are. You got it. I think I'm living the good life, but a neurologist, they're living, the real good life. They're giving people their best 14 minutes of sleep. When you get a colonoscopy, it's a whole 6 minutes. You feel like you slept for 18 years. It's like Clem Van Winkle. I wake up after a colonoscopy. It's unbelievable. But neurologists, oh no, those are anesthesiologists. A neurologist, wow, that's next level. Neurologist dealing with the head, the brain, the neurology of people. So this 68-year-old Riccardo Cruciani was found guilty after a month-long trial of 12 counts of predatory sexual assault, sexual abuse, rape, and other crimes. Now check this out. This is what he did. Patients that he found attractive enough where he wanted to have sexual liaisons with, he would prescribe them an amount of narcotic pain medicines that was so addicting they had no other choice but to get addicted. And when they would come to him and say, doctor, I'm out of prescription, he would say this: take off your clothes and let the doctor get to work. Woo! No, not that type of love doctor. This is a different type of love doctor. There's good love doctor, bad love doctor. Marvin Gaye, you turn it on, drink some wine, good love doctor. This guy, bad love doctor. Beth Israel Medical Center in New York City, now known as Mount Sinai Beth Israel. 6 women accused of developing personal relationships with them, using his psychiatric training to ask personal questions and then get them addicted on these painkillers. People are evil. You see what I'm saying? This guy's a doctor, neurologist. And look at what he's doing. He can't go down to 42nd Street and find a regular hooker. There's a story about this lady running a brothel out of some massage parlor. It's like you can't go to a massage parlor, get a happy ending, and go on with life. No, you got it. It really is unbelievable. So, point being, with this doctor, he was convicted of these crimes. He died by suicide last week in his New York City jail. So I'm going to hail him for taking the coward's way out, because a true person who repents for their sins, knows they did wrong, and believe me, this is coming from someone who done a lot of wrong, lives up to their sins and does what they can to not do them again. He, however, knew he was going to jail. He was going to get rear-doored and took the easy way out, which I'm fine with. I don't personally think we've lost a good man. I know some may beg to differ if they're looking at the whole spectrum of his life, saying how many people he helped. I really would probably narrow it down to these 6 women who He really, I mean, it's just horrific what he did. So, Dr. What's his name?
Shut out last year due to lack of inventory, West Rock has spas and above ground pools for immediate delivery. Don't get shut out again. Trucks are rolling in with your spa and above ground pools so you can enjoy an at home backyard vacation. Hot tubs are wonderful for stress relief, aches and pains, and relaxation. Every home should have one. West Rock Pool and Spa has them in stock now. WestRockPools.com.
Are you muted?
Yeah, I'm choking. And it's not from rips.
Okay
I'm not
there.
choking from rips. I think it's because it's chimney season. I'm cleaning chimneys now, and I got to put my mask on. I think the dust is really affecting me. But anyway, we are back here. So the doctor killed himself. He offed himself. Everybody, we hail that. I mean, evil man, evil man. Now, you know, if you've listened, and I've got an email from Program Director Sally. We heard her call the morning show today. I'm glad they find her funny because I find her very unentertaining. But at least Jeff and Will have that same sort of person. What's that? Comedical. Whatever, you know, they find her funny. Great. So she actually sent me a letter reminding me of my disdain for pedophiles and how when I talk about them, it literally drives me nuts because how could any person in their right mind do what they do to kids? I mean, it's horrific. We live in this sick world. Sickos. Absolute sickos that should be electrified. Electrified immediately. And I know it ain't. I said electrified. I know what I said. Believe me, electrified. They should be. Put in a chair, electric. Bzzz, right away. Any pedophile. Blow their eyeballs right out of their head. Brains oozing out of their ears, out of their mouth. I need an electric. Where's my list? I lost my freaking list. I got to start a new list. It's unbelievable. I did a little cleaning before the vacation, thinking I'd come home to a nice clean studio. I think I over-cleaned. And the excitement of going on vacation, I think I threw out my list. I need an electric chair. Burn them all. But if pedophiles... Hold on for 1 second. Now, if pedophiles were to do this, I would be much happier. First of all, we wouldn't have to pay out of our pocket. How much does each person in jail cost us? $500,000 a year? Something crazy? I don't know what it costs, but it's ridiculous. Why should we pay for someone who committed a crime? Let them pay for themselves on some sort of deserted island. Put a pedophile on an island with a cannibal. That would be great. I mean, like have the cannibal, you know, no food, cannibal chasing down a pedophile, and a pedophile just running for his life. So a Texas man, Edward Peter LeClaire, 57, was sitting in a jail cell, and several minutes after was found dead. Now, he was brought to that jail cell after he was found guilty of sexually abusing a child. That is correct. So during court, he had a bottle. Now, they're going to try to find out how this bottle of some sort of liquid was in his possession because they noticed as soon as the verdict was read, Pig, guilty of abusing a child, should be hung, stoned, put on fire. He picked up this water bottle and he slugged it. It was very strange. Video, you see, it's very strange how he just picks it up and it's like one big chug. They read him his rights, whatever they did. They took him to the jail cell. And the judge actually, while the judge was still on doing his service for the next trial, he told the bail guy, he said, you know what? Go check on that guy. The guy you just brought into the holding cell who we're going to be shipping off, you know, to federal prison for, you know, abusing a child. We should just be cutting his head and legs off. Go check on him. And within 10 minutes from when the verdict was read to when they brought him into the jail cell and rechecked on him, Edward Peter Leclerc was found dead, poisoning himself, which again, I'm going to give it a double all hail, under the armpit, behind the back, between the leg, a hail, all right? That is a quite a hail right there. Worthy of even more, because pedophiles, to me, are the worst type of people in the world. It's bad enough that we harm each other. Why would someone want to harm each other? Because their burger was made the wrong way? Because somebody cut them off in the middle of the road? Just because somebody doesn't like what you look like? Many reasons why people harm each other. Makes no sense, but it is what it is. Now, when you're harming children in a sexual, devious way, I see no sympathy. I don't understand why more politicians don't focus on getting rid of pedophiles. If we just got rid of each and every one, there'd be one less every 5 minutes that we find out that there's another one. So this segment dedicated to doctors. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back. All hail Clem and the PM.
Did you know that the Historical Society of Rockland County has a history show right here on WRCR? Hi, I'm Claire Sheridan from the Historical Society of Rockland County. Join me every third Monday of the month, right after the Jeff and Will Morning Show, when we'll explore and learn about the rich history of Rockland County with different topics and guest speakers every month. That's the third Monday of every month at 9:30 a.m., sponsored by the Historical Society of Rockland County. Visit our website at rocklandhistory.org to learn more about our events, programs, and membership. That's rocklandhistory.org, or call us at 845-634-9629. That's rocklandhistory.org, or 845-634-9629.
If you're looking for a quality education, Dominican College offers the benefits of a broad-based liberal arts education while developing the skills you'll need to advance your career through a variety of graduate and undergraduate degree programs. And because Dominican College is just a short drive to New York City, you'll enjoy easy access to all the outstanding cultural and educational resources of the city. For more info, call 866-4DC-INFO or visit dc.edu. That's dc.edu. Dominican College, Orangeburg, New York. Achievement every day.
Medicare can be confusing. Piles of mail, all those TV advertisements, it's overwhelming. Not anymore. Emerald's Medicare is here to help guide you through all of your Medicare needs. Whether you're turning 65 or getting ready to retire, Mark Brownstein and his team are dedicated to providing quality assistance for anyone seeking Medicare insight. With offices in Nyack and Stony Point, Emerald's Medicare is local, caring, friendly, and knowledgeable. Call Mark Brownstein for a free consultation at 845-358-1220 or visit www.emeraldsmedicare.com to sign up for one of his free monthly educational webinars. That's 845-358-1220. Call today.
Buying a home is one of the largest investments you'll ever make in a lifetime. Not sure how much money to put down, what budget to set for buying a home, how to pre-qualify for your mortgage. Join Ann Zeilengold every Thursday at 7:15 a.m. on Mortgage Matters, where Ann will answer your questions and give you tips about the mortgage process. Ann Zeilengold is Vice President of FM Home Loans and has over 27 years' experience specializing in residential mortgages. Don't miss this show every Thursday morning at 7:15 right here on WRCR AM 1700, Radio Unscripted, and WRCR.com. Visit Ann at her website, AnnZeilengold.com, or call 354-9700. That's 354-9700.
Back. And now it's time for me to do my thing. Segment is brought to you by Brian's Painting, officially painting Clemville and painting Rockland Bergen for over 53 years and counting. That is correct. You heard me right. Brian had a brush in his hand when he was in his little crib. His mom didn't give him a pacifier. She's like, here, take the paintbrush. Anytime he saw someone painting, he was like, ah, rah, 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 rah. And they were like, what's going on? They gave him a paintbrush. He was so excited. 2-year-old Christmas, they gave him a paint roller. Unbelievable. At 5 years old, I mean, he had his own little A-frame ladder. Only 4 feet high, don't worry, people. By 14 years old, he was painting in neighbors' houses. That was the official. I mean, that was like, the start right there. I mean, painting the neighbor's fence, the door, the shed. And people are like, you're really good at it. He's like, I know. I've been painting since I'm a kid. You should see his artwork, 3rd grade. The art teacher told him, Brian, your painting's unbelievable. When he went to camp, arts and crafts, they were like, Brian, your painting's unbelievable. And 53 years later, he's painting Clemville. And he can paint your house, outside, inside, both, either or, whatever you like. Give him a call. Now, this is the best part. Before you give him a call, I got to take a sip of water before I say this. Before you give him a call, I want to let you know, and if you haven't heard this already, this is breaking. 10% off for anyone calling from Clem in the PM. That is correct. Tell him you heard him in Clemville. You'd like an estimate on painting 2 rooms. You got your daughter moving back. She left her husband. He's worthless. You've been telling him for 20 years. I know. Finally, she comes around. But now you got 3 grandkids moving in. You got to paint a few of the rooms. They can't live in 1970s decor. Brian will get you updated. I'm telling you right now, I was at a customer's house the other day. They had a little leak coming in. They said, you know what painter? I said, of course I do. Call Brian's Painting. Guess what? They called Brian's Painting. They texted me. Thanks a lot. Brian came over. We're going with him. Very professional. There you go. I don't just take people's money to advertise in Clemville. Believe me. Why do people like Brian's Painting? Brian Biscow, the owner. Andy Barry of West Rock. People have been in business for over 50 years in the county. Choose to advertise here because they know. They know Clemville gets the job done, okay? Now call Brian if you're in Rockland. If you're in Rockland, you're going to call his Rockland office. You're still going to get that same great service. You're still going to get that buff diesel Brian coming to your door, ready to rock and roll. 845-624-3089, 845-624-3089. And if, in fact, you are across the line, now don't worry. Brian has had an office in Bergen for God knows how long. I mean, really, how long has his office been in Bergen? I don't know. A long time. Call him, 201-505-4714. 201-505-4714. Painting Clemville since 2022, but we're looking forward to a long relationship. So, I was on the cruise, drank a lot of water, had a few alcoholic drinks. Not many, not as many as I could have, thought I would have, and probably should have had. But nonetheless, I drank good overall. Overall, I mean, I had a little soda, little alcohol, but overall I drank pretty good. I had some lemonade. I like lemonade, but lemonade has a lot of sugar. Unless it's unsweetened lemonade, then it's like fake lemonade. I don't like fake lemonade. I like the real lemonade. So I got the lemonade on a cruise ship. It was really good, but I said, you know what? Too much of this. It's like cheap calories. If I'm going to get calories, I want it in my linguine. I want it in my baked potato, whatever it is. I want it in food. I don't want it in cheap calories. So I only had limited myself to lemonade. But when I was drinking it, it brought me back to the days. I was thinking of the lemonade stand. I was actually laying in the sun, roasting like a raisin. Roasting like a raisin out in the sun, thinking of the lemonade stand. That was like one of the things that jump-started the entrepreneurial spirit, the paper route. Take the push mower, go cut Mrs. Jones's lawn. Trim her bush. The entrepreneurial spirit started early. And lemonade stand was one of them. We had lemonade. We had iced tea. We were the pioneers. Not Jack Nicholson. We were the pioneers of that. I should have trademarked it back then. But that's okay. No worries. The lemonade stand, we were up on 202. We would go up with a table, write a sign, lemonade, homemade lemonade. You know, we all did the same. We bought the premix, country time, poured it in, mixed it up. Maybe if we were lucky, we'd find a lemon, cut it up, throw it in, and give it the look of homemade lemonade. I was reminiscing about the lemonade when I was drinking the lemonade. I was thinking about it. I was like, wow, look at me on a cruise with my family. How'd I get here? Working hard. Hard work works. We know that. Thank you. And lemonade, I said, it took me back to my lemonade days. Me and Al Snack, we had the lemonade stand. Beth Dower, she was our secretary. Really, she just wore the short shorts. Back then, I mean, she was Daisy Dukes. Before there was Daisy Dukes, Beth Dower was Daisy Dukes. So, you know, we were up on the main thoroughfare, Route 202. Beth was out there with her shorts. I mean, granted, she was only 12 years old, 11, 12 years old, but nonetheless, she attracted at least some of the boys from the area to come over and buy our lemonade. Some people would stop with their cars pulling in. It was beautiful. We made some pocket money. Go run to the store, buy something, buy a 40. Yeah, I know. You say, well, you were 10 years old, 11 years old, drinking beer? Of course. What else would we be doing in the pits at that time? I mean, we didn't have kegs yet. They were a few years down the road. But the lemonade stand, I love it. I really do. I love when I see, I make it a point to stop. Whenever I see a child or children, several of them, setting up shop, selling something, whether I drink it, eat it or not, it don't matter. Usually, a lot of times I just give money because I'm in a rush. But after this vacation, I'm slowing down a little. I took a little longer in the shower before. I walked a little slower today. I'm slowing down. That's what I need. I need a vacation to slow me down. But back to the lemonade stand. An 8-year-old girl, Asa Baker, she was selling lemonade in her front yard. Selling lemonade when police officers approached her. And she was ready to say, here, officers, you don't have to pay. Here's the lemonade for you. And they were like, no, little girl, we're sorry. We have to shut you down. And she's like, you have to shut me down? What? Me? A little 8-year-old girl selling lemonade for $1? Maybe selling 10, 20 cups if I'm lucky today? Yes, we got a complaint from the Ohio Rib and Food Festival. The people running it say that the other vendors are upset because there's competing business right outside the festival. So they called, and we have to come and shut you down. But we're going to give you $20 so you can get a permit. And if you have a permit, then you're allowed to sell it. Imagine that. Can you... Someone, I understand you're a vendor. Believe me, I get that. I'm a businessman. I'm an entrepreneur. I know the deal. You're a vendor. You pay for a spot. Now, I would say this. If it was all of a sudden, some food truck pulls up right outside the entrance of this food festival, and he's selling food right before the ticket stand, okay, I'd be upset. A girl selling 50-cent dollar lemonade. How much business could she be taking away? Now, if she's selling sausage and peppers, cheesesteaks, flipping hot dogs, maybe I got a little gripe. I wouldn't even care, to be honest with you, if it was me as a vendor. You understand? People are so, like a little girl selling lemonade. Now, that might sour her. Oh, give me a point for that one. Get it? Lemonade. Sour. Thank you. That might sour her for future endeavors. Maybe she wants to sell brownies next week. Maybe she wants to sell, whatever, bracelets. Whatever it may be, that entrepreneurial spirit may have been thwarted because of some, I like to call them just bitter people who would call up and complain. I know there's some of you listening that would do it. How dare you? You're sitting out there in Radioville listening and knowing that you would easily call. You're probably one of those complainers. But Don Wenzel, Alliance Police Lieutenant, said they received a complaint from the festival organizers who said that although they were conflicted about voicing their concerns, they ultimately called in and said, you have to enforce this. You have to go over to this little 8-year-old girl and close her down right now because we're not selling anything and we're going to blame it on an 8-year-old girl who's selling $1 lemonade. Ridiculous. Very ridiculous. Talk about ridiculous. This morning, I did hear Anna the Coupon Queen. I hope she's okay. She said she was, got scammed. Now, I don't know if she necessarily got scammed. I think this is, if I'm correct, she had work done. If the work was done correctly and done right, then she had an unlicensed company do the work. And that's not, if she was scammed, I would say they took her money, didn't do any work. That's the scam. But if she got the work done and they did everything good, although they're not licensed, they'll have to obviously pay up through consumer protection. I, as a businessman, still think that they should be compensated. That's just me because if their license is a licensing problem, it's not a work problem. Unless, of course, they did shoddy work. Then I said shoddy, okay? Get out of here. So if they did shoddy work, then that's a different story. And then she's more than able to go after them, not pay them, whatever the case may be. And I believe the check was cashed. So I'm sure we'll hear more of that in days to come. She didn't sound too good. She sounds like I do today. My throat a little bit extra irritated. I don't know. I don't know if it's the chimney dust or if it's just coming back from a cruise and going that Caribbean air. I'm back to this regular New York smog, whatever it is, might be affecting me. Absolutely. No doubt about it. 845-429-1700 is the love line. Now, later on in the show, we're going to talk about life, how quickly it can change. I got a few stories that'll make you just look in the mirror every morning you wake up and make sure you go through your checklist of love. That's it. Just keep it simple. Don't worry about those issues that they may seem like big things, but don't let them weigh you down. Just make sure you take care of you and those around you every day. And that's it. Because as you'll hear later on in the second hour, it's the hour of sour. Because I got some stories that will make you realize how precious this life we live is and how short it can be. It is short. If we're lucky, what do we live? 70, 80 years if we're lucky. Some less. Not many more. In the 90s and 100. So life is pretty short. Yes.
Just to let you know, Carlos Carrasco suffered a low-grade oblique strain. He's going to miss 3 to 4 weeks.
Oh, yeah, no doubt, man. He that was horrible last night. The 13-1 throbbing. Tonight, hopefully, we turn it around. We got to take it back. Just snatch it. Let them know that was a fluke. Tomorrow, we got DeGrom, Scherzer looking good for 3 and 4, but we must take tonight back. Just snatch it right back. All right, 4 o'clock. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. Woo!
AM 1700 WRCR Haverstraw.
Hi, I'm Roxanne Watson, inviting you to join us every Wednesday morning at 9:15 a.m. for Michael's Gifts, a weekly program that focuses on organ donation and patient advocacy. I will be taking your calls and share real-life stories. This show is dedicated in honor of my donor, Michael Boville, United States Coast Guard, and his amazing family. That's Michael's Gifts, every Wednesday at 9:15 a.m. Michael's Gifts is sponsored by Live On New York.
Roxanne Watson is on a mission to have more people sign up as organ, eye, and tissue donors.
Are you an organ donor?
What drives her? Roxanne received a heart transplant made possible by an organ donor.
I decided that day to devote myself to signing up the most people in the United States.
Now she's a powerful force for good.
That's my goal.
What could you make possible as an organ, eye, and tissue donor? Leave behind the gift of life. Go to organdonor.gov. U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Health Resources and Services Administration.
Every patient deserves the highest quality, least invasive diagnostic imaging possible. From breast health to cardiac care, joint replacement to multiple sclerosis care, and stroke to trauma care, Montefiore Nyack Hospital provides innovative, low-dose radiation options for all patients, including children. You see, we have an image to keep up. Learn more about the services we provide at our Diagnostics Imaging Center. Visit montefiorenyack.org/picture more.
This is Naomi Stryker at Q Home Sales. Are you looking to buy or rent? We can help. Please call me for a free consultation and we will get the process started by identifying what your needs are in order to help you better with your search. You can be assured that we will give you professional service and guidance throughout the process. The goal is to find you what you need and want, hassle-free. Call me, Naomi Stryker, at Q Home Sales at 845-364-0007. 845-364-0007. And let's get you started on your move.
Summer is here.
That's right, summer is here, and you know what that means. Hi everybody, this is Bryant Avenue Bob Trevere with a special announcement. The Do Up Dream Machine Show will be moving to its summertime slot, 5 to 7 p.m. every Friday night, right here on WRCR 1700 and streaming live on WRCR.com. I'll play the great songs you know and love, as well as take your phone calls, dedications, and song requests. You say it, and I'll play it. I'll be brought to you by Rick's Club American in Congers, New York, 845-268-8787. So join me every Friday night from 5 to 7 p.m. for some cool music on a hot summer night, right here on 1700 WRCR and streaming live on WRCR.com.
Welcome back, Clemaniacs. This is Kevin Thomas, and you are listening to the second hour of Clem in the PM. Here's your host, Pete Clem.
Yeah! That guy's got some voice. Steven Seagal. Jeff Tate, by the way. I know. He just looks like, to me, he looks like Steven Seagal. 50 years ago, Steven Seagal now, they were talking about it actually on the morning show. He looks, I don't know, golly. I can't even believe he's full. Is this true? Is Will spreading fake news? Which one of those guys is sharing this fake story? There's no way Steven Seagal is going around. He's going around to different police departments in the South showing that the Steven Seagal self-defense system. Oh my God, that's a bigger fraud than chiropractic fraud, all right? And I'm not saying chiropractor's a fraud. I'm talking about the chiropractor who committed that fraud. We spoke about it in the first hour in case you just joined us here in Clemville. Today is the 16th day of August, already halfway done. September, October, November, December. What are you doing for the holidays? It's crazy. It'll be here soon. I can't wait. Really, I can't wait. Honestly, please, Lord, get it here quick. If it's your birthday, you know the deal. We're wishing you love, joy, happiness, birthday cake, everything. Whatever makes you happy, whatever tickles your fancy, floats your boat. I want it to be for you today. That is correct. But the year ahead, your birthday year ahead, till you take another cycle around the sun, I want it filled with health. That's what I want for you. I want to know that you are going to be over fixated with health. Oh, I should have played Madonna today. Wow. It's Madonna's birthday. Holy moly. I didn't know that. Young Thug also. Young Thug, 30. Madonna, 63. Wow. Madonna. I'm 52. What was I, 16? Going to breaking away, dancing out there. I used to have moves, believe it or not, Burgermeister. Wow, 63, so that's 36. Wow, Madonna. Holy moly, Madonna. But she doesn't have as many ones as Mariah Carey. That's almost like as strange as Annette marrying Brian Avenue Bob again. Happy anniversary, 65. I believe it was 65 years, correct? Yes. Madonna, 63. Happy birthday. I should have played some Madonna. I didn't jump on the happy. If I did before, I would have played happy birthday. Steve Carell, he's an actor. You've seen him on The Office. I really didn't like that. I'm not an Office guy. The 40-year-old virgin, that was a pretty funny show. The great Steve Carell, 59 years old. Let me just read this right here. Just reading this little story. Okay. Famous birthdays, moving down the list. These are people that you, if it's your birthday today, share your birthday with. Obviously, if your birthday is February 13th, you have nothing to share with these people. Maybe, besides their birthday, other things, yes, but not their birthday. All right, here we go. Jack Met. He's a guitarist for the indie pop band AJR. I know, you don't care, nor do I. So let's move to the next. Here we go. Famous birthdays. This is a list of famous people that I've never heard of before. James Cameron, the great director. Listen to this resume, if I may. Terminator, Terminator 2, Titanic, Aliens, Avatar, and he also created the 3D fusion camera system. So, happy birthday, James Cameron. You are living a very, very good life, my friend, and you are making a lot of other people's lives even better with the stuff you bring. Pam checking in, all hail. Pam checking in, yes. Coming into Clemville. James Cameron, I wonder what it's like to be a director. You're sitting in that chair. Cut! All right, you roll it back. Oh my God. Holy mo, I can't believe it. It never ends. Last night, we need money for cheerleading. Softball uniform, $600 later. What are they wearing? Gold embroidered softball uniform. Oh, now, Dad, can you send cheer? No, wear sweatpants. I don't care. Golly, we just came back from the cruise already. Milking. Hey, ain't even back a day. Milk, you didn't even ease into it. It's not even like, you know what, we just went on a cruise. Dad spent a lot of money. Let's not ask him for no money. Give it a week. No. As soon as first day back, $600. Jimmy. Oh, and R tell me they're raising. Guess what? I'm on the budget thing. Every month I pay the same thing. Well, guess what? The same thing you pay is going up $200 a month. Ah! I'm sorry, if it's your birthday, I wish you a happy birthday. I apologize. I drift sometimes. Wish I was drifting in the Caribbean waters right now, just drinking a pineapple alcoholic drink, playing with the... Oh my God, you don't even understand what happened. We'll get to famous birthdays. Let's finish famous birthdays right here. Famous birthdays. Famous birthdays. I'm swimming. We're at Coco Cay, the island that Royal Caribbean owns. Rumor Willis, she's the daughter of... Wow. Holy moly, she looks like Demi Moore. That's crazy. No, this can't be her. Well, that picture, she looks kind of like Bruce Willis. Now she looks more like Sonny Bono. What's going on here? Here she looks like Pat Benatar. There she looks like Rosie O'Donnell. Holy moly. What's going on? Anyway, it's Rumor Willis's birthday. We're swimming, right? And they got this area roped off. You know, you see it's like rope. You can't go swimming past this, you know, that rope there. I'm telling you, I felt something in my hand. I thought it was a fish. I was like, ah! It felt like it was something in my hand. It was crazy. And I just freaked out in the water. My son said, what's the matter, Dad? I said, I don't know. A fish. Because we saw these little tiny fishes. Not a lot. Just little. Like maybe 1 inch, 2 inches long, little tiny fish. I said, oh, one must have went in my hand, but it seemed pretty big. What do I know? Right? I mean, what do I know? But I know this, something went in my hand. And all of a sudden, like maybe 3-4 minutes later, I'm telling you right now, this was the craziest thing. My son, Emilio, we're all out there having a blast. We're just enjoying it. We could see our toes in the water. Really no waves, just having a great time. I'm chucking them off my shoulders. All of a sudden, he spearheads out of the water. I mean, he starts yelling. He's like, ah, ah, ah. So I start yelling, shark, ah, shark, ah. Yeah, only because I saw Jaws so many times. That's my natural reaction. And there was no shark. People will calm down. But he ran out of there. I said, holy moly, did you? My wife was like, oh my God, what happened? He got stung by a jellyfish. All of a sudden, people start, it was like he set off a chain reaction. People start yelling, ah, ah. They're asking for their refund back. Nobody wants to, go in the water. They're asking for their refund for this excursion. It's jellyfish season. These little now they send a guy across it in a raft scooping up jellyfish. If you ever get stung by a jellyfish, let's just say you're throwing out the garbage tomorrow morning and a jellyfish just happens to sting you in the leg. I tell you right now, go inside, put some vinegar. You put vinegar on a jellyfish. This goes down into our animal training. You've learned shark defense, alligator defense. If you've been here in Clemville, you've learned a lot about the wilderness. Very beautiful but dangerous place. Jellyfish stings, vinegar. That's what people were getting doused with vinegar. I got stung, but it didn't. I mean, it was like a little. You feel it. It's like a little shock. It's like, when they're like, hey, what's up? And they shake their hand, and they're like, ah, look, I got this out of the Cracker Jack box. It's like the hand zapper. Give you a little zap. That's what it felt like. But to a little kid, man, he got ripped up like right by the rib. A lot, it like broke out pretty bad. All right, and that's enough of my stingray story. What national day is it today? I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, we already got the insight. It's National Tell a Joke Day, okay? Maybe for the second hour, if you want to tell a joke, you can call in 845-429-1700. That's up to you. If you have a joke to tell and you want to share it, call on in. It's National Roller Coaster Day. Wait. Even thinking of roller coasters hold on. Oh God, let me collect my thoughts and my bowels and my intestines, because when I see roller coasters, they make me sick. Talking about them also does the same, gives me the same effect. National Roller Coaster Day. My kids, my wife, they're all roller coaster aficionados. I am more of a popcorn pretzel slushy guy, just sitting there getting fat, watching them have their fun. So for you national roller coaster enthusiasts, today is your day. You know what it is? I saw that movie Roller Coaster too early in my life, and it just stuck with me. You know, the guy blowing up the roller coaster. I can't have that. Every time I roller coaster, I think of that movie. I go on the Dragon Coaster, that and like the little Bugs Bunny roller coaster at Ride Playland and the Dragon Coaster. That's like the Dragon Coaster. I don't even know if I can do anymore. That wood's getting old. National Rum Day. Now that I could do. I could drink a lot of rum and maybe go on a roller coaster. That's probably the only way I'm going to go on. We had these awesome drinks. My wife's going to try to duplicate it. We asked one of the bartenders for the recipe. He was nice enough to give it to us. And she's going to try these drinks out at my daughter's birthday party. They were so good. The rum and, what was it? The lime and coconut. That's what it's called. The lime and coconut drink, phenomenal. Rum was a big part of that drink. National Airborne Day. What's this about? National Airborne Day, August 16th, 1940, marks the date of the first official Army parachute jump at Fort Benning, Georgia. The successful jump validated the innovative concept of inserting U.S. ground combat forces behind battle line by parachute. These sky soldiers represent some of the most prestigious and expertly trained forces in the United States Army. All hail, double hail. No doubt. Absolutely. Everybody, all those airborne people, men, women, all hail. Absolutely. All right, it's 4:20. Joke day. If you want to tell a joke, call on. Yes, Kev?
Real quick, the New York Mets are calling up highly regarded prospect Brett Beatty.
Ooh.
They're number 2 in the organization.
Ooh, very excited. I didn't think they were going to be calling up anybody, but they feel little pressure. Time to get somebody up here to maybe fill one of these injury spots. You know, Mets. I don't want to say they're decimated with injuries because they're not. But they do need to bring some up. So that's good news for us Met fans. All hail. Excellent job. All right, 4:20. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. Woo!
If you or a loved one has a disability or chronic illness that requires care at home, Bridges can help. A consumer-directed home care program allows a friend or a relative to provide the care you need. Bridges is dedicated to building and empowering people to be in charge of their own personal care and their life. For more information, visit www.bridgesrc.org or call 845-624-1366.
Looking for a job that pays well with flexible hours? We have immediate openings for experienced school bus drivers in Rockland County. We also train new drivers. Want to learn more? Call Chestnut Ridge today at 845-356-2200 or visit chestnutridgetransportation.com. Ask about our special sign-on bonus, starting salaries of more than $20 an hour, and 401k plans with matching funds. That's 845-356-2200. Retirees are always welcome.
Running out of faith? Then stop by for a service. Don't forget to tune in to Faith Unscripted, a brand new show dealing with the big questions about God, faith, and you. Hosted by Clarkstown Reformed Church's own Pastor Rich. Every Tuesday at 10 a.m. only on WRCR, AM 1700.
Did you know that the Historical Society of Rockland County has a history show right here on WRCR? Hi, I'm Claire Sheridan from the Historical Society of Rockland County. Join me every third Monday of the month, right after the Jeff and Will Morning Show, when we'll explore and learn about the rich history of Rockland County with different topics and guest speakers every month. That's the third Monday of every month at 9:30 a.m., sponsored by the Historical Society of Rockland County. Visit our website at rocklandhistory.org to learn more about our events, programs, and membership. That's rocklandhistory.org, or call us at 845-634-9629. That's rocklandhistory.org, or 845-634-9629.
Very true. Very true. If you time it, it actually takes about a minute to fall in love. When I saw my wife, who was not my girlfriend at the time, just a girl walking through Great Adventure with a hot dog in her hand. Actually, the hot dog was in her mouth. She was like just about to insert it in her mouth. When I turned and saw her there, that just picture of the hot dog in her mouth, I knew right there. It only took a minute for me to realize that was the one. So it does only take a minute to fall in love. That is a fact. Sadly, though, or goodly, whether it's sadly or goodly, it could take a second for your life to change. Now, I want you to understand this segment. It's not, to bring you down. It's just a reality once in a while as we gather in Clemville. we sometimes we get caught up, and the vacation was good because it slows me down and makes me realize just running the rat race. We can't just run the rat race. That's not what life's about. And I don't do that. Believe me, I celebrate myself, my family, the love I have for them, and just myself to enjoy life the best I possibly can, while trying to put food on the table for 4 kids who will all be going to college within the next, 3 to 6 years. Oh my God, help me! Ah! All right, anyway, that's for my therapist tomorrow at 8:30, Dr. Barry Fitzgerald. So these stories here that I share are not to bring you down, but they are to make you realize that in a split second, life can be like just dramatically changed. So understand how precious it is. Enjoy it to its fullest. I know, believe me, it's hard for a lot of us. Don't think my life is easy. I don't want to just paint this pretty picture. If I was painting the hard part, you'd be overconsumed with just misery and whatnot. So that being said, our first story, very sad story, and it's crazy, absolutely crazy. I mean, you're talking about Tavares, by the way, starting us off a minute. It only takes a minute to fall in love. Tammy Peralt was 20 minutes south of Myrtle Beach this past Wednesday with her husband, Mike Peralt, of 27 years. Nothing like Bryan Avenue Bob and the lovely Net celebrating 65 joyous years today, but nonetheless, it's still quite an accomplishment. 27 years of marriage bliss. They enjoyed their company so much that people would say, when you see Tammy, you're going to see Mike. And guess what? When you see Mike, you'll see Tammy. You'll never not see them both together, because that's what they were, together forever. Until they were on vacation at Garden City Beach, just walking on a regular breezy day, nothing too crazy. It wasn't like, everybody take cover. It's a hailstorm, sand blasting in the air. No, nothing like that. But nonetheless, as she was walking with her husband and 4 friends, an umbrella came flying down the boardwalk and speared Tammy Peralt right in the right side of her body, right beneath the rib cage. Right through her arm. You understand? The umbrella came so fast, so hard, it pierced through her arm into her rib cage, and within seconds, she had bled out and was dead. So I send my condolences, sympathy to Mike Peralt, the friends who had to witness that. Also to the life of Tammy Peralt. She seems like she was a very happy, content lady. But can you imagine that? Honestly. Like let's say you're online, waiting for Mr. Coors ice cream. You're with your kids, all of a sudden an umbrella just comes in and impales you or your kid. I mean, it's like, this is insane. How do you get picked in this? And I believe the book has already been written. Some of us can re-script our ending, but there's not much more we can, change. I believe that most of it is pretty much scripted out. Yeah, we make the decisions in our life. We choose the road less traveled, more travel, whatever it may be. But I believe overall we know our time is when it's numbered. We don't know, but it's there. How does someone like Tammy Peralt get caught up in this? Umbrella. I mean, out of the days, the people, where it flew, who it hit, all these variables. It happens to go where she's walking at that very instance of that day, through her arm, into her rib cage, nonetheless, piercing a vital organ, vessel, I guess, something that made her bleed out. Now, they say the umbrella shot from approximately 40 feet away. And as it was wailing down the boardwalk, people were ducking for their life. It was like a missile. It was literally like a missile coming down the boardwalk. And sadly, she ended up being a target. So, all I'm saying, I'm just sharing this misery, this sad story, because in a split second, our life could change. All right, here's another one. Again, I'm going to bring it. Don't worry. At 4:40, I'm bringing you back. You know how I go in these highs and lows, valleys, and I come back up with the peak. I'm gonna excel up that mountain like it's nobody's business. Ain't no mountain high enough for Diana Ross and Clem. Don't worry. Now, imagine this. You're sitting home on your couch, just relaxing. You're watching whatever. You're watching Jeopardy. Maybe the game. Maybe something on Netflix. You got your tub of ice cream near you. Got your hands itching down, below, scratching. All of a sudden, the door busts open, and there's a drunk man wielding a pickaxe coming right at you. You see what I'm saying? Now, you think this is like some sort of movie from Cameron, James Cameron, Birthday Man, right? You know what I'm saying? No, it's not. This is reality. Authorities in Sullivan County were called this Sunday. Daniel Dusave of Highland County was drunk. He had a pickaxe. He was like, what's that movie? Jack Nicholson, The Shining. Here's Johnny. Here's Daniel. Ah! Bust open. Can you imagine that? In a split, like, what are you going to do? Luckily, the homeowner was able to defend himself, shielding himself with some home accessories, while another person called 911. The police came, apprehended Daniel Dusave. Obviously, there was some sort of gripe, but imagine that. Now, this story had a happy ending because he was arrested and nobody was hurt. But my point being is we've heard of stories. I read a story, a guy in Florida. Remember, he ate the bath salts. He ran into a guy's garage and ate his face. Remember that story? I mean, it's horrific. Guy's in his garage just hanging out, enjoying the beautiful Florida sunset. All of a sudden, some dude naked running down the street, eating this guy's face like it's a Wendy's cheeseburger. That's what I'm saying. And again, these stories are not meant to bring you down. That's not what I do. I will not leave you hanging on Taco Tuesday. Don't worry. By the way, as we talk about tacos, my man here locally, for you local listeners, Caesar over at Sangria's getting ready to open up El Toro. El Toro! Wow, I can't. Steakhouse. Local steakhouse. I hope it's good. Listen, I love steak. I love a good steak dinner. And if it's right down the street from me, I'm going to love it even more. So I just thought of that because it's Taco Tuesday. Sangria's got great tacos. They also got Sangria's Taco Factory. Guys, and on to talk about living the American dream. Caesar, I mean, just absolute great guy. Living the American dream. All right. As we come up to the break, don't forget, who's the official painter of Clemville? Spell it Bryan. That's correct. Apostrophe S, thank you. Brian's Painting. He did a phenomenal job. Not just with my candy sweet shop, ice cream store thing, whatever. Kids ice cream store. That's not a open up to the public ice cream store. But it's like a sweet shop. Cavity. I call it my cavity cave. The kids' cavity cave. Phenomenal job, not just on the inside with the light pink and the blue, beautiful cotton candy colors. Uplifting colors. Very, very nice job. But also took it upon himself to trim out the outside, did the doors. I mean, listen, if you're paying for a job, you don't want to come home and all of a sudden see that the door, oh my God, the door stands. I should have done the door. I should have done the outdoor window trim. This guy's a professional. He has an eye for that stuff. He said, you know what? I'll get a gallon of paint and I'm gonna throw it in. I'm gonna do the outside, and guess what? It just brings it all together. That's what you get with a professional. Brian's Painting, official sponsor of Updates with Oliver. That's right. We might be doing a name change. I'm thinking Oliver's opinions of Oliver. We're doing a little bit of a review with the business consultant. You know, sitting down, reviewing some things. Maybe a name change. I don't know. Same great Oliver, same great time. Maybe different name. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. All right. Quick break, and then we're on a home stretch. I shall uplift you. No worries. I started this show off with Bocelli. Very uplifting. Got us feeling very spiritual. And I will take us back there to the heavens. Be right back.
Buying a home is one of the largest investments you'll ever make in a lifetime. Not sure how much money to put down, what budget to set for buying a home, how to pre-qualify for your mortgage. Join Ann Zeilengold every Thursday at 7:15 a.m. on Mortgage Matters, where Ann will answer your questions and give you tips about the mortgage process. Ann Zeilengold is Vice President of FM Home Loans and has over 27 years' experience specializing in residential mortgages. Don't miss the show every Thursday morning at 7:15, right here on WRCR AM 1700, Radio Unscripted, and WRCR.com. Visit Ann at her website, AnnZeilengold.com, or call 354-9700. That's 354-9700.
Greetings. Are you 55 years of age or older and spend your time being bored at home, watching Family Feud, and planning your next doctor's visit? All that stops now. The Foster Grandparents Program with Head Start of Rockland is recruiting income-eligible adults to serve as mentors and tutors for children in our community that need your help. We currently serve children ages 2 to middle school aged in schools and Head Starts all throughout Rockland County. Never worked with children before? Well, don't you worry. Every month we offer training to our volunteers. In addition, there are other benefits like free meals, transportation, and an hourly tax-free stipend. That's right, tax-free. Foster grandparents also participate in fun events like trips to the movies, restaurants, dinner theaters, and much more. All expenses paid by us. What are you waiting for? Stop hesitating and call us now. 845-429-4122. Again, that's 845-429-4122.
Hi, this is Dr. Jeffrey Shannon.
And Dr. Sophia Patrica.
We invite you to join us for our show, Listen Up Rockland, the first Monday of each month at 9:30 a.m.
If you or someone you know is always asking to repeat, has difficulty communicating in a noisy environment, or has ringing in their ears, then tune into our show.
Do you have questions, or are you curious about how to improve your hearing? We welcome any and all questions related to patient treatment process, hearing aids, and implantable hearing technology.
Do you or someone you know experience dizziness, vertigo, feeling off balance, or have a fear of falling? If so, tune in as we can educate and help treat various balance concerns.
So join us for Listen Up Rockland, the first Monday of each month at 9:30 a.m. as we navigate all topics related to audiology, hearing, and balance with various members of our team and guest speakers.
Hudson Valley Audiology, located at 11 Medical Park Drive, Suite 205 in Pomona. Call them at 845-406-9991 or visit their website, hudsonaudiology.com.
Have you been looking for meaningful work and want to make a difference close to home? Then join our team at Joanio. Joanio is a place where you can find your passion and at the same time support children, adults, and their families with disabilities and special needs. We offer competitive pay and benefits, tuition assistance, plus lots of opportunity for advancement. When you join our Joanio family, you will be part of the miracles that happen every day. Be part of something special. Build a career with us and find your passion at Joanio. Email us today at careers@joanio.org. That's careers@joanio.org. Or call us today at 845-708-2000, extension 5277, or visit our website at joanio.org.
Nah, 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 nah. Cuts like a knife. It's hard to cut meat with a butter knife. I experienced that on the cruise. A few times I had it. Hey, you have a steak knife? No problem, Mr. Bitter. Here's a steak knife for you. 845-429-1700 if you want to collaborate with Clem. That's what we'll call it. Collaborate with Clem. 845-429-1700. You know, I told you I would end this show on an upbeat, and I'm most certainly going to, but cut like a knife. That was a last-second insertion to the show. It wasn't planned, but it dawned upon me. I did not talk about Salman Rushdie. Salman Rushdie, the author of Satanic Verses. He was condemned from the extreme, Islamic community. As was I when I was over at the Clem in the AM Saturday morning sermon. They got an email. I was called into the office, program director, Greg Bellotti, who to this day works out in Atlanta for Cumulus. You know, they cut down their New York stations, a lot across the nation, but primarily powerhouse in their hometown of Atlanta and surrounding areas. Cumulus back then was the radio big shot for a while. And he called me into his office to show me this email that he got from a lady who was upset that I had talked about the Quran. I specifically said we would dance on it. I apologize. I didn't apologize actually, but I apologize for, knowing what I know now. I wouldn't say that again. The moonwalk, maybe, but not dance. I mean, full-out dance, no. Moonwalk, something different. Salman Rushdie had a price on his head. Back when he came out with the book, the Ayatollah Khomeini said, we gotta, anyone who kills this guy, $3 million on his head, bounty. So Saturday, he was hosting an event. He was at an event where he was speaking for a nonprofit education center, the Chautauqua Institution, when he was attacked and stabbed. Now, he is recovering. He's actually on the mend, doing better. He was not in good shape for a while. The suspect, Hadi Matar, 24, Fairview, New Jersey, is just obviously a nutsack. I mean, he's just ballistic. These religious beliefs. I mean, you can't listen. Someone says something, you can't kill them because they said something. That's just your religion is extreme. It shows their immaturity to talk about your religion. You got to be. But this is the problem. You're dealing with just extremists, severe extremists. So Rushdie has remained hospitalized with serious injuries, but he is on the road to recovery. Now, just this personal recommendation, just me. If in fact it's true, Steven Seagal is touring the South, offering his Steven Seagal self-defense to police officers, maybe Salman Rushdie might want to look for his services as well. Yes, that's crazy. They talk about your life changing in a second. You're sitting there, you're called up for a lecture, you're up there talking about your book, whatever, and then someone just comes barreling at you with a knife. Yeah, I mean, not even a warning. And they start stabbing you. Like, this is what I'm talking about. It could be unprovoked. It could be anytime, anywhere. Live life to its fullest. You wake up today. Don't complain that it's raining. Don't complain that it's Monday. You could put your raincoat on. It'll be Tuesday tomorrow. Give you something else to complain about. Because if it ain't Monday, you're going to be complaining about Wednesday. Just wake up and say, you know what? Today's my day. Today is my day. Look at me. Look at me. Sandra D. So I am looking forward to this evening. I've got some work to polish up. The office. Got Kevin on some new stuff tomorrow, doing a hell of a job clearing out that file. I got less clutter. My life, I don't have a lot of clutter in my life, but any clutter, I eliminate it because clutter's no good for me. It's no good for my head. It screws with my head. Any clutter where it's not supposed to be. It's the clutter it's not good for my whole aura. So we decluttered the first 2 days. Tomorrow we're going a whole different direction. Got to be multi-dimensional, multi-skilled, multifaceted to hang. Kevin doing a great job. All right, tonight we have Boulders on. We have Boulders baseball on tonight. What time is the game?
Coverage begins at 7 p.m.
Wow. 7 p.m. Boulders. I'd like to go to the game. If I had, you know what? I'm slowing down my life. I'm going to do stuff like that. You know what? I'm just going to go to the Boulders game. Relax tonight. Take it easy. I'm not saying I'm going to do that tonight, but that's what I got to do more with my life. Or just kill myself in increments and then go on a cruise and just recharge myself. I'm telling you, I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling so pumped up. I'm eating a little better because you know why? I realize that you can't eat like a slob all the time. You're going to pay you start, I don't know, maybe it's just me. But if I start eating too much like a slob, I start feeling like a slob, and I don't want to feel like a slob. It's like clutter. I don't want to feel like a slob. I don't want clutter. Those two things that affect me mentally. So I go to my therapist. He helps keep my brain, my focus. But I know things that I got to do to help keep my brain, focused. Clutter is one. I got to get rid of the clutter. Declutter. I would be good. I have a business like decluttering people's lives because I'm telling you, I'm good like that. I have that, and although my desk, my temporary desk is pretty messy. I must say, I came in today. I'm like, what the hell? Did I leave it like that? That is really a messy desk right there. I don't really appreciate that. I said to myself, what are you doing to myself? You're making yourself miserable when you walk in and see your desk like that. Nothing. I mean, it's hard. That's why. How do people? Not nomads. What are they called? Not nomads. Hermits. Not hermits. Hermit, nomad. People that collect garbage. I can't throw anything out. I go to sometimes like, especially this time of year where
Hoarders.
Who? Hoarders. That's right. Hoarders. Thank you. Well deserved. Hoarders. I'm in a lot of houses throughout the year, but this time of the year it's insane. I'll be in anywhere from 15 to 30 houses a day this time of the year, giving estimate. Well, not this time of the year, maybe in about another month or two. 6 weeks, 5 weeks, 4 weeks, whatever. And I'm telling you, I come across a lot of hoarders, and they all tell me the same thing. Oh, I'm just moving some stuff around. We had a flood in the basement. I had to move some stuff upstairs. Oh, okay, that's why you have look, it looks like a book from third grade in your kitchen along with the other 14,000 books in your kitchen. And don't worry, in the living room, I can get to the fireplace once I get through these 47 bicycles. I went to a house once. I don't even understand, oh my God, it's a mental illness. I'm not going to berate anybody. It's like, that's a mental illness. Hoarding it's got to be a mental illness because I just think of this one house. It was like Sanford and Son on steroids inside a 1,500 square foot cottage. It was, you didn't need the chimney guy. You needed, what's that moving company? Like just garbage haul, U-Haul. We haul garbage, whatever it is. Insane. All right, as we wind down, it's Tuesday. What are you going to do this evening? Like I said, I have work to do, but I look forward to another night of baseball. The Mets must make a statement tonight. We got bludgeoned. We don't need to come back and bludgeon them. We just need to get the win. Just shut them up. That's it. And then tomorrow, and the next day, we send out our aces. The Yankees, I just wish for a continual failure. I know it's probably not going to happen, but somehow, some way, I'd like for them to just slip out of first place, slowly out of the playoff picture, and just erode into like just wherever you might want to call it. That's where I want to see them going. I know I sound bitter, miserable as a Mets fan, as some of us harbor those feelings. It is what it is. I'll work on it tomorrow with my you know what? Maybe I will. All I got to share with them is the great time that I had on the cruise, the benefits, eating around the dinner table with my family, which I miss that so much. Tonight, I'm like, my wife made skirt steak. It's like, babe, the skirt steak is in the refrigerator. Gee. Thanks. Just me. Last night it was me and the lasagna. Me and the lasagna just staring at each other. I'm having a conversation with a piece of lasagna. Tonight, I'll upgrade the lingo with some skirt steak. Just me and the skirt steak sitting there. Oh, yeah, don't worry. It'll be my dog. My upstairs. We got the downstairs dogs and the upstairs. Ozzy will be there by my side, not wanting to talk to me. He'll want my skirt steak. That's what stinks in life. This is what it is. I wish I wish for a lot of things, but you know what? Let's not worry about that. Let's just live the life we're living and make sure it's the best life we have. You know, here's another skirt steak tacos. I like it, Mike. Mike from the Valley, Special Agent 008 checking in at the very end, appearing out of the woodworks. Never, anonymously checked in before. I'm slow today. I'm a little slow today. What can I say? It's just, my throat. I don't know if I'm getting... Last night I had the chills. I was like, babe, I got the chills. She touched me. She said, I think you got a fever. You want me to take your temperature? I said, no! And I remembered it's no longer in the rectal thermometer. It's she just rubs it across the forehead. But I took Advil. I woke up feeling better. I'm telling you, it's the cruise. It's the withdrawal from the cruise. All hail, Finn is on his way. Finn is on his way. Tomorrow, Finn will be checking in, an early check-in for our youngest listener, Finn. All right, boys and girls, I, Clem, wish you a lovely evening filled with fun, joy, relaxation, maybe a little work, whatever you got to do. You get it done. You do you. It's still not too late to put a smile on somebody's face. You understand? All I'm saying is one person a day. You touch one person in a clemistical way. And you all of a sudden brighten up their day. Maybe it was good, you make it better. Maybe it was dark, you make it bright. Doesn't matter. You've impacted them in a good way. Do that. Do it every day. And I'm telling you, your life will be 100 times better. My friends, will wrap it up with this. Thank you for joining me here in Clemville.
Colombian.
Happy anniversary to Bryan Avenue Bob and the lovely Annette. 65 years of bliss to many more. And I shall see you boys and girls tomorrow, God willing. If it gives me another day, I shall be here at 3. If not, know that I loved you all and remember me. Woo! Adios, Clemigos.